Yo, back at you with another episode. You know, we out here, man. Gonna do like we always do. Like, share the video, all that good stuff, man. A lot going on in this crazy world that we live in. But hey, we gonna do like we always do. We're gonna lead by example. And we're gonna go out and make it happen. Because that's what we do over here. We're doers over here. We don't just talk the talk. We walk the walk over here. That's what we do. You know? Man. So hey, what up? What up? What up? You know, you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a little bit of time with me, man. And I appreciate that. You could be getting dressed, going to the club right about now. You could be taking a shower. You got your clothes on the bed. You could be putting your outfit on, about to get ready to go to the nightclub, man. You know, the best time to go to the nightclub is midnight. 12:30, that's the best time. 1 o'clock is packed. So you could be getting ready for the club, man. Yeah, man, you could be anywhere in this world, man. Getting ready to go in the club, man. Meeting a few breezies. What's up, Walter? Yeah, you could be. Hey, man, you be going to the club, man. You could be. I don't know, on the beach in Hawaii, on the beach in Miami. You know, yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's dark in Miami. You probably know you ain't gonna be on the beach in Miami. The cops will run you off in Miami around this time of night. I've seen it. The cops will run you off in Miami if you're on the beach this time of night. Nah, you can get away with that in Hawaii, but not in Miami. Yep. I seen that with my own eyes. They don't play that in Miami. You know. But you know, I had people ask me, how do I approach opportunities, and how do I approach decisions that I make, or just decisions that I make in life. Could be business wise, could be opportunities that could put me in a better position to live. You know, yeah, people ask me stuff like that all the time. So that's what this episode is going to be all about. You know, because I approach things differently from most people, and there's a reason for that. You know, now I didn't always approach things the way I did when I was in my 20s, but that's what I'm gonna talk about. Florida Classic going on in Orlando, everyone in no time. Oh, for real? I don't know nothing about that, Walter. I never been to Orlando before. Yeah, I don't know nothing about the Florida Classic. It's probably nice. You know, I've never you know, Florida is a very interesting place. Like, for real. Yeah, Florida is a very interesting place. You know, I was down in Sarasota 3 weeks ago, Walter. I don't know if you knew that. I was in Sarasota 3 weeks ago, and that's like 3 hours from Miami. That's what I was told anyway. 3 hours from Miami, I was in Sarasota. That's a small little town, you know, full of old people. It's full of old people. I didn't see a lot of young women in Sarasota, man. I see a lot of old people, old, retired, old and single, old and single. No, 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 no. I'm serious. A lot of old, middle-aged women too. I'm like, I know why you move here. The bills push you out. California, New York City. He's single. Nobody wants her. She got to move someplace where it's cheaper. It's near the beach, so the beach is like her form of entertainment for a middle-aged woman. As that's unattractive. I'm just saying. You know, nothing against the women, but I'm just telling you how it go. I'm telling you how it is. You know. Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of old. I didn't see a lot of young people in Sarasota. And you know what somebody told me? Somebody told me it's always been that way. Somebody told me it's always been that way. They said it's been that way since the 90s. I said, damn, that's a long time ago, man. He said, well, some things don't change. Been that way since the 90s, man. That's what I was told. I was like, damn. Okay. But a town like that, for a young person, there's nothing that would keep them there, really. Nothing that I saw anyway. You know, FAMU versus Bethune-Cookman. Let me see that. FAMU versus Bethune-Cookman. 2 black schools, everyone in Florida be there. Oh, okay. Okay. I've never been to Sarasota. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. Trust me. You know, I went there for a conference. So, hey, the weather was nice. I give you that. The weather was nice. But I wouldn't visit there on my personal time. Absolutely not. You know, but the weather was nice. It was 85 degrees. It was 85 degrees there. And in Charlotte, it was 50 when I left. So that's a 35-degree drop. Daytime temperature. Whew, man. Boy, that's rough there, boy. So picture this. I'm leaving Charlotte. It's 50. I got on a coat. Going to the airport. You know, when I get to Sarasota, it's like an hour and 15 minutes flight. When I get outside at Sarasota the airport, I got to strip down. Take the coat off, take the long sleeve shirt off. I'm in short sleeve, just like that. That's drastic, you know. Whew, boy, I tell you. Yeah, man. But sometimes, you know, it is what it is, man. We can't control the weather. All we can do is control ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you know, yeah. So people ask me, hey, how do I approach decisions, hard decisions, opportunities, etc. So this is how I look at it. But I don't know about you, but I know you got to put things in perspective here. First of all, my resources are limited. I didn't ask for this. I was born in this. I didn't, we can't pick who our parents, we can't pick our parents. That's just what it is, right? So, in my 20s, I was trying to figure out a lot of things. I was trying to figure out, okay, when I got out of the Navy, I was trying to figure out where I was going to live. I was trying to figure out what type of skills do I want to have, or at least pursue, for the long term. This is my thinking. I'm 26 at the time. What skills do I want to pursue for the long term? And I made a decision after 2 years. That tells you how I was thinking. It took me 2 years to figure this out now. So that tells you how I was thinking. It took me 2 years to figure that out. So I made a decision. I'm gonna go to school for IT, information technology, right? I'm because I kind of like, at the time I had a little bit of experience using computers when I was in the Navy. So I said, I think I'm gonna pursue that. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get into computer repair. That's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna start with computer repairs, repairing computers, and I'm gonna go from there. So that was the plan now. So I went to school, I graduated, I got a couple jobs, whatever, and I could never get the job that I wanted though. That was the problem. That's the problem that I had when I was in my 20s and 30s. So after a while, I decided to go a different direction. I decided to go into advertising and marketing. So I got a job in that with this publishing company, book publishing company, right? And that was cool. I learned a lot, and which is one of the main reasons why I published my own book. That's right behind me. Both of them, Love Can't Wait and Boss Life Secrets, on Amazon.com. Eventually I helped so many people publish their books and promote their websites and promote their businesses. I say, hey, why don't I write my own books? And it's based on my experience traveling the world, being in the Navy, being in college, things that happened when I got out of the Navy, things that happened once I started traveling all around the world and all that good stuff. And basically, those books that I wrote are the books that I wish that I had before I went in the Navy. Basically, I wrote those 2 books for me. Really. I didn't really write those books for anybody else. People just happen to like it. And that's great. So, after taking that job in advertising and marketing, that lasted for probably 7 years, I want to say. I did that. Then I started freelancing. And I did that on the side when I had a full-time job, probably 10 years, And then I got into direct sales like 2004, and it's been on ever since. I've been like a free agent out here. Now I had jobs, of course I had jobs along the way, but it never was really steady. It's been 5 years here, 2 years there. It's that type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't good paying jobs. You know what I'm saying? So my goal was to put myself in a position to basically work my way out of a job. I want to control my own destiny, right? That was my goal. And even at 19 years old, I knew that I knew I wasn't going to be one of those guys that worked until he was 62, 65 and collect Social Security. I knew that wasn't going to be me. I knew that at 19. I knew at some point I was going to have to make a radical shift and do something or make my own way, you know? So this is not, so when I got into direct sales, I met a bunch of people, met some cool people, traveled, went to conferences all across the country. Had a good time. I learned a lot. I was successful at doing what I was doing until the company changed the pay plan. And then that was the end of that. And I came online. This is during the MySpace days, And then I got on the Facebook, and Facebook changed up over the years. And then I got on the YouTube before Google bought YouTube. And then I've been on here ever since, So I always looked at it, not always, but I look at it today. Well, when I approach things like this, whatever I decide to get into, I'm going to go all out, all in. Because number one, I have no plan B. I have no plan. This is the plan B. This is the plan B, right? And my resources are limited. It's always have been limited. I don't have the support that I think I should have, and you can probably relate to this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a bunch of fucking cheerleaders around me. It's never been that way. It just is what it is. Maybe I'll have it like that one day, but I just never had it like that. Yeah, do I have people that support me? Yeah, but it ain't a lot of people, and I don't have, things aren't the way I would like. So whatever I do, this shit has to work. I can't afford to take an L. I can't afford to take a loss. I can't afford to take a loss. This shit has to work. There is no failure. There is no I quit. There is no I'll give it a shot. There is no let's take a break. There's no I'm tired. That's not even in my mind. That's not even in my vocabulary. This has to work. If it don't work, I have nothing else. It has, whatever I do, whatever I choose to get into, I have to make it work. And I've been doing this for the past 15 years now. I have to make it work against all odds. If I have to pay to go to a conference, I'll do it. If I have to pay somebody to teach me, I'll do it. If I have to go to a meetup, I'll do it. If I have to get in my car and drive 40 minutes, I'll do it. If I have to make time to do whatever, I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes. Because I don't have a safety blanket like a lot of people do. I don't have a rich uncle that I can pick up the phone and call, hey, Unc, I need to borrow 10,000, 5,000. No, they ain't giving me shit. They're not giving me nothing. I doubt it. I never ask, but I'm kind of thinking they probably ain't going to give me nothing. You know, they'll give me a room to stay in, but they ain't giving me no money. I'm telling you. You know, so I don't have no rich uncle. I don't have no safety blanket. My parents are deceased. Rest in peace to them. So I can't call my parents and be like, hey, I need to borrow some money. They're not here no more. They're gone. You know, and that's how it is. So I have no safety blanket. Whatever I do, it has to work. There's no excuses. You know, it's raining outside. I can't go. No. That's why they got windshield wipers on cars for. It was too cold outside today. That's why they got jackets and coats and gloves and hats. Dress warmer. 2 layers if you have to. There is no excuse. There is no, I can't come up with the money. You can come up with the money. Go ask somebody. Go ask your friends. You be like, well, my friends ain't got no money. Well, you got the wrong friend. You need some new friends. You need to expand your horizon. You know, these are the excuses that people come up with. You know, I used to do it too. I'm guilty of doing the same thing. You know, I ain't no saint. You know, I used to be around the wrong people too. I used to be the person with the most money in my circle. That's not good, because what happens if you ain't got it? If something happens to you and you ain't got it, and they probably ain't gonna have it either, because they've been coming to you over the past 5-10 years. That's not good, you know? So, and I approach everything this way. I approach my relationships this way. I approach everything in my life. I go all in. If I can't go all in, if something tells me this doesn't feel right, you know, because I listen to my instincts, you know, if something tells me, hey, this don't feel right, I have doubts, I just don't do it. Period. Because if I go against my instincts, that's going to hold me back from going all in. And you probably made this mistake too, just like I did, like I have in the past. A lot of women do this. A lot of women will ignore their intuition and get burned as a result. They do it all the time. But when you do that, you hustling backwards. You're hustling backwards when you do that. Just don't do it at all. If you have doubts. I was talking to a woman the other day, and she said she got married twice. And she said when she was going down the altar, she got this feeling like she wanted to run out the church. And I said, that was a sign that you shouldn't have gotten married. You know, if you have any doubts about getting married to somebody, you shouldn't do it. But she said she done it because everybody showed up and spent all the money. Hey man, the hell with that. Don't do it. Hey, all those people that showed up to the wedding, they'll get over it. And then, they got on the planes and they drove hours away. Hey, they'll get over it. It's about you, not them. I was talking to a woman and she was telling me that story. She got married twice and now she's divorced again. But if you have any doubts, don't do it. That's just in general. It's not just about marriage, just in general. Don't do it. That's a sign right there, that, hey, something ain't right. It's kind of like, I was talking to a broker the other day, right? And I didn't like how the conversation was going. And I know he was trying to fast talk me. So I got off the phone, because I'm like, you ain't gonna hustle me. Come on, man. He thought he was smarter than me. But that's how some people are, man. That's how some people are. And I knew this the first time I talked to him. I only talked to him twice. First time I talked to him, I said, yeah, he's just one of them fast talking, fast talking people that think he's smarter than everybody else. But he ran into the right person. That you got to be good to get me. That's because I've been around. See, I've got in the past. Yeah, I've people have taken advantage of me in the past. When it comes to getting cars and just buying shit in general. It happens. It's going to happen. You're going to get taken advantage of at some point by somebody. That's just what it is. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Now, try to minimize your mistakes, because if you make too big of a mistake, sometimes it's hard to recover. So you want to try to minimize them damn mistakes, man. At least that's what I do. Because like I said, I'm all in. I'm like this, and plus I'm a very creative person anyway. So whatever I get into, it has to be flexible. I have to have room to be creative. Just make the best out of the situation. Period. It's like I might not get the best deal, but I'm still gonna make it work. I'm still gonna make it work. I might not have the best location, but I'm still gonna make it work. I'm still gonna make it work. This is my mindset. Even before I even make the deal. Even before I buy whatever. But you have to know, you have to have I would say a framework, a way of doing things, even before you get into it. Let me tell you what a lot of people do. A lot of people will do stuff and they get into it, get into bed with the people, and then turn around and be like, hey, they did me wrong. I'm like, wait a minute. You can't talk shit about people you've been in the bed with for years and you had kids with them and try to expose them to the public and don't think it's going to be some consequences coming to that. No, it doesn't work that way. Either you have to stand for something. You can't serve two masters. Kanye is like that. Kanye seems to be like that. God, you gotta love him. I mean, yeah. Yeah, see, I can't afford to take an L. Even if, check this out, even if let's say I have a partnership with somebody, even if that partnership falls apart, I'm still going to make the best of the situation, regardless of how the person is taking part in the relationship. I'm still going to make the best of it. And see, this ain't about how I feel. It's not about how I feel. You got to put your feelings to the side. Otherwise, you'll be feeling how you feel by your damn self. A lot of us, we get caught up in our feelings. Oh, this is much bigger than that. This is about just living a better life. This is like getting out of that 9-to-5 trap. You got to get out of that working class, man. You got to get out of that 9-to-5 trap, man. At 9-to-5, see, let me tell you what the problem with working the 9-to-5. And it's nothing against working 9-to-5. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. Anybody working 9-to-5. But let me tell you the problem with it. It ain't but so much hours in a day. And you're probably never going to make enough money. The only way you can make enough money working a 9-to-5 is if you have a commission type job, sales type job, some production included, some way, somehow. Other than that, it just ain't enough time in a day. Plus, they tax the hell out of you, man. God damn. I'm like, bro. Hey, they tax the hell out of you if you just work a job and you don't do anything else, you get taxed. They hit you with the hardest taxes. This is why it's good to have something on the side. And hopefully you making a couple of dollars and do like an LLC or something like that. And that way you will be able to leverage that little bit of money you make with your job. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're going to get creamed with the taxes, bro. For real. This is stuff I don't know about you, but nobody taught me about money growing up. I didn't learn in school. I didn't learn from my family. I didn't learn from anybody until I got out into the world, started meeting people, and I learned that there was a better way. And it happened when I went to college. See, when I went to college, maybe you went to college, just like I did. When I went to college, I realized that, man, I was approaching this thing the wrong way. Everything. I was approaching women the wrong way. I was approaching going to college the wrong way. I was approaching just life in general the wrong way. I mean, I had the wrong information, which most of us have. By the time we leave the house, by the time we're 18, 19, going to college or going wherever, maybe you moved out, most of us have the wrong information. Because school, that's what school does. School is like NDOC. Public school system is like NDOC. It doesn't really help, doesn't really give you information and skills to help you prosper in life. Think about it. There's nothing you learn in high school that you're using today. Zero. You might say, well, I took English in class in school. You were speaking English before you went to school. Come on. Like, oh, I like math. You were counting stuff. You were counting money and change before you went to math class. So come on. You're not using anything you learned in high school today. You're not. You didn't learn anything in high school that's helping you move forward today. Nothing. The whole thing, it's just a game, man. It's a money grab, money game. That's what school is all about. Now somebody asked me, hey, what do I think about people going to college? Big universities. I said, I would go to college if I could go to like a Ivy League college. I would go there for the networks, just to meet people. Now if I wanted like a skilled trade or something like that, okay, I get it. I'm not against that, but I wouldn't go to college just to party and have a good time. And I hate people say, hey, you want to go to college so you can socialize. You don't have to go to college to socialize with people. You can do that. You can do that at the nightclub or at the bar. If you want to talk to people, that's not a good idea. It's not good enough, in my opinion. You want to go to college just to socialize? No, that's not a good enough reason. That's my opinion. It's like some women go to college because they want to meet their husband. Oh, okay, I get that. That's networking. I put that under networking. That's good. And those people you meet in college along the way, whatever Ivy League school you decide to go to, you're probably going to see them again in the workforce. Some big company, whatever, it might be a judge, attorney, doctor. You're going to know these, you're going to stay connected with these people probably for the rest of your life. In some way, shape, or form. It's like whatever you need, you can pick up the phone. Hey, I need an attorney. Somebody hook me up with an attorney. One of your buddies knows somebody, boom. He come bail you out. He come bail you out of jail, man. You just never know. But that's because of your network when you went to college. And your people, I know it's a cliche statement, but people say Your network is your net worth. I know that's cliche, but it's really true. Really. I mean, you're only as strong as the people that you have around you in your circle. Now, some of us either have no circle or we're just around the wrong people. And this is why a lot of us ain't winning. Because look who we hanging around. Who are you hanging around? Are you hanging around the people at work? They hate their jobs. They hate everything. Most of these people you work with. They complain about any and everything. Most of these people are entitled. They act like somebody owed them something. That's who you hang around for the most part. How you gonna build with somebody that have an entitlement mentality like that? That's why you're not winning. And the woman you probably with, you shouldn't be with her either. You probably should let her go. Some of us get with women that we should have never gotten with in the first place. Some of us need to cut some of these women off. I mean, what do they bring? I don't know, joy to your life, peace, happiness? Probably not. You know, they're just there because they feel like they can't do better. They might be sick. She don't got no options. So the only way you're gonna get rid of her, you have to cut it off. Because she ain't going nowhere. Y'all been together 10, 15 years, probably. She probably got pregnant, y'all had a baby together. And ever since then, she been stuck with you. And the reason why a lot of guys don't do very much is because the woman or the people they have around. And sometimes a lot of guys don't have no support. And then, a lot of people will say, well, I was there when he did this and did that. Yeah, you was there, but you didn't do anything. You was just like an observer. An observer and a supporter, that's two different things. An observer could be somebody that just criticize you all day and tell you can't do it. And if you're around people that's like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to break through and be successful at doing anything. It's going to be damn near impossible. You're going to have a hard time. And it doesn't matter how strong you are, mentally, physically, it doesn't matter. If you live with somebody like that, you become they say you become the average of what? 5 people you around, spending most of your time with, people you listen to, people you see. It's going to be very difficult. So a lot of times you got to get away from people, your friends, your family. Maybe you might have to get away from your parents. Ooh, boy, that's difficult. That's a hard one, boy. No one wants to cut the parents off. No. I mean, you don't have to cut them off. Just spend less time talking to them and hanging with them. That's all. You can always visit. You can always call them every once in a while. If they call you talking that negative crap, just say, hey, I got to call you back. I got some shit going on. And don't tell them what you're doing even. That's another mistake a lot of us make. We tell people ahead of time what we're doing, and they say negative shit, and that discourages us, makes us want to quit. You know, that happens to a lot of people, a lot of guys, men and women. We tell our friends, you know, because a lot of our friends, they want us to do well, but they don't want us to do better than them secretly. You know, a lot of your friends, they got that shit going on. It was just kind of weird to me. It would seem like if I see you doing well, hey, why don't we, you know, find a way to throw some gasoline on what you're doing and we can do something together. But they don't look at it that way. Everyone wants to be, you know, the king on the mountain. It can only be one. You know, it's that type of attitude, that competitive spirit, you know. And people always say, "Oh, it's just you a competition to them." I'm like, nobody's competition. No, nobody's competition. And you know why? And this is the reason why I never fail. And this is why I find ways to make it work. You know why? Because I know most people are going to quit. Because most people have a breaking point. And my breaking point is way longer than theirs. Most people, as soon as they hit one or two bumps down the road, that's over. That's it. They don't even get started in most cases. So I understand that most people are going to quit as soon as they go home to the wife, go home to the husband, go home to mama or daddy. They're going to quit. And it doesn't matter what it is. This is just across the board. I know they're going to quit. That's why ain't no competition. There's no competition. Only person I'm competing against is myself. That's it. So that's why only way I fail is if I quit. And I'm not quitting. I mean, because number one, I don't have anything else to do. And I don't have a lot of options. But other people, they do have a lot of options. They're delusional. In reality, they don't, but that's how they see it. So, see, I deal with things how it is, not the way I want it to be. You know, how the world sees me is how I deal with the world. Yeah. So this is how I approach almost anything. Relationships, things in life, business, opportunities, whatever. It's how I do it. You know, I go all in, you know. I can't afford to take an L. I can't. You know, I got to do everything in my power to make it work. You know, regardless of whether I have to meet somebody, go somewhere, buy a book, I got books behind me. You know, I got what? One, two, I got 4 bookshelves behind me. You know, or I go to a conference, pick up the phone and call somebody, email somebody, do a video with somebody, but there's no failure. You know, there's no rejection either. There's no rejection. Rejection is like some people like you, some people don't. It ain't personal to me. I could care less if you like me or not, to be honest. You know, I could care less if you listen to this video, you listen to this audio, and you do nothing. That's not my responsibility. That's yours. It's your life. not mine. You know, all I'm doing is paying it forward. Somebody gave me the game. I'm giving you the game. And that's all I can do. You know, that's all I can do. At the end of the day, it's all on you. Everything. The world is your oyster. If you don't think you can do it, you're right. You think you can do it, you're right too. I forgot who said that, but yeah, that's true. Really, a true statement. You know, that's really a true statement, man. You know, they trade skills is the key to make real money. AC heat instead of working for a company is slavery. Yeah, kind of. I have a hobby that take care of me well. That's good. That's good. Learn AC and heat. The planet getting hot and cold as hell. It's cold outside now. It's been cold the last 4 days, man. Last 4 or 5 days. The dude probably would have been happy as hell too. Yeah. Most people pick the wrong major. Yeah. School is all about brainwashing. Yeah, pretty much. You know. I'm gonna put the link in here, man. Anything you want to talk about, just come on. Otherwise, I'm gonna be off here. I didn't plan on being on here that long. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, school is about programming. That's what it's all about, you know. See, once you let me tell you what changed for me. Once I got the right information, the right programming, it was over. I'll be unstoppable out here. You know. Now I'll go through ups and downs or bumps in the road or whatever. That's gonna happen. You're gonna have bumps. You're gonna hit bumps down the road. Mistakes is really a part. It's a part of life. It's a learning experience. If you're not making mistakes, you're not doing enough. There's no way. There's no way you can go into some new uncharted territory and not think you're not supposed to make mistakes. There's no way. You know. Now you can stay in your comfort zone. You can be average. Just don't complain. Don't complain. Don't complain when you don't get I don't know, the attention you want, the girl you want, um, you know, the promotion you want. You're not making enough money. Don't complain. You know, we like to do that. We like to complain about, man, I'm just getting by and all and this and that. I'm like, bro, you're 45 years old. You're 40 years old. You have had much better opportunities than I did. You grew up better than I did. What happened? I know people that's like that. People that grew up much better than I did, but somehow they self-sabotage. How'd that happen? You know, how do you self-sabotage? They got on the drugs, got on the pipe, got on the pipe and stopped drinking and drugging. And I'm like, some of them die, some of them, you know, still cracked out to this day. I'm like, damn. Sometimes I think people that grew up, that had a hard upbringing, they have an advantage over the people that had an easy upbringing. You know, in my opinion, I could be wrong about that, but I think the people that had a harder upbringing, they don't necessarily got to be a hard upbringing, but they didn't grow up easy. they have more drive and determination than had a people that got pampered and coddled when they were growing up. The parents, did everything. Every time they fell, every time the kids needed something, the parents did everything. Oh, come on. Oh, poor little thing. Come on. It's going to be okay. He crying for everything. Oh, God. Like you raising a little bitch. That's some people, a lot of people are raised like that. And when they become adults, they looking for somebody that was like their daddy or their mama growing up. And that's why their relationships keep failing. You can't, everybody ain't gonna be your daddy or your mama. They might be in a relationship with you, but hey, now, wait a minute. I can't be your daddy and your mama at the same time. So, damn. Yeah, I know a lot of people that's like that. But share this episode, man. Don't forget to check out the hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App, man, and don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. I put a new episode up there 2 days ago. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link in here. I'm gonna drop the link in here real quick of the podcast. I put it up in here. Okay. Yeah, here's the podcast. Link to the podcast. Yeah. And I appreciate, man, if you left me reviews on iTunes. I appreciate that, man. I want to hear your feedback. Here it is. Yeah, that's the Love Can't Wait podcast. That's the link to Apple. Check it out, man. And leave me a review. Tell me what you think and all that good stuff, man. Until next time. I'm out. If you like this video, share this video. And if you want to support my channel, click the thanks tab and leave me a donation. 2, 5, 10, 50. Just click whatever tab you want to donate and leave me a note and let me know how the video helped you. And you click the buy and send tab. Appreciate it.